Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be letting the Crystal Keys Tarot give us our reading. I figured, this deck is brand new and I haven't really given it an opportunity to speak. Now, I did do a reading a couple days ago on my regular social pages, but this, YouTube reading, it hasn't been done yet. So we're going to do that. We're going to connect with it, and I'll even share with you what the guidebook says for this deck. So we're going to shuffle the cards in the way that I shuffle, so I can give an opportunity to thank my guides, thank your guides, thank the powers that be in the sky above us or wherever they are. Different parallel universes and stuff like that. Who knows? But I want to give them a thanks for giving me this voice to share with all of you, to share with me as well, to give us the reflection and the insight and energy and inspiration that we need to make our lives what we want them to be. Now, instead of me doing, 3 cards and letting them share whatever they want, we're going to do the present future advice reading that I love to do, because it's a nice check-in, an idea of what we might expect in the future, and of course the advice we need to make the best of that future or avoid it, if that card is like the Tower or something. But there is a positive energy to every card, a silver lining if we're able to see past the negativity. Let's hope that this is a positive reading. There's much happiness, much joy, the stuff that makes us smile, because life is short and we should smile a little bit more, be grateful for the things we have and all of that. I'm talking too much. But yeah, that's the energy there. 1 second to enjoy that purple. Nice, beautiful edges right there. I love it. Okay, we're going to do 1 card at a time. So right now I'm just going to focus on the here and now and choose the card to represent the present. Now this one, see how that cup is kind of sticking out on it? It's the one that is calling to me. Which one is it? Ooh, there it is, the Hermit with Labradorite. Labradorite is one of the most beautiful crystals in the entire world. I love this illustration. I love the energy of Labradorite. It's like magical. It's finding that magic within and everything. And the Hermit, that's the card of solitude, spending time alone so that we can learn the secrets of our souls. The astrological corresponds to the Hermit is Virgo the entire season. And that energy there, Virgos are very, very, very focused on what they want to achieve. They are the ones that are willing to put in that little work and everything, pay attention to the little details in order to perfect what they are working towards. Also, Virgos are very, very known for being their own worst enemies. My mom is a Virgo, and she is one of the most creatively talented people I've ever met in my entire life. But everything she does, she doesn't think it's good enough. So she has to, we all have that problem sometimes. But taking that time for ourselves, looking within, learning from this experiences of our past and everything, it can help us perfect our lives. It can help us find that fire within us and help us bring magic into our lives. 9 is the energy of the Hermit there. 9 contains the energy of all the numbers that have come before it. So all those obstacles we've overcome, all the times we've succeeded, everything that we have learned in our lives, when we take that time for ourselves to learn the lessons of the past, can give us the wisdom, the knowledge, and the information that we need so we can trust our intuition and begin whatever we want to begin. At the time of this video being created and me sharing this, this reading, it is the first couple days of spring, spring, Aries season, that fire, that passion. And just as life itself is springing up for us right now, we too can spring up with new ideas and new potential. And the best way, the way we can make the best of these ideas, the best of this potential, is to take the time to learn from the past so we can apply that lesson and those knowledge to what we want to achieve. Nobody's really capable of achieving actual perfection, but we take that time to really come to love ourselves, to trust ourselves and believe in ourselves, hermit time, spending time in solitude, getting to know that amazing soul within. We're going to be able to make whatever future we want come true, and we're going to be able to believe in ourselves and have the confidence to make our lives what we want them to be. As promised, here is the awesome guidebook, and we're going to go through here and find the Hermit of the thing. Pretty easy because it's towards the front, because it's major arcana, and I'll read you here what it shares. It says, there's a reason why meditation is stressed so much in spiritual development circles. Faced with the cacophony of the world around us, it's nearly impossible to tap into the wisdom within. To truly hear it, one must turn away from the world at large. On its face, the Hermit is an invitation to retreat from the noise of the world and begin some soul searching. The Hermit calls to us from deep within, reminding us that the answers that we seek do not exist outside of us. We've all all been guilty of asking friends, family members, and perhaps complete strangers for advice. Oftentimes, we'll hear the same advice over and over again, and yet we don't heed the advice given. We need to learn it for ourselves, or perhaps we truly know the answer but aren't yet ready to implement the solution. If the answer is within, then what is the question? The question is, why am I here and what is it I'm meant to do in this life? The answer to this question doesn't just arrive to us in the aha moment. It is revealed to us over the course of our lives as we live out our experiences and decide what feels right and what does not, and as we build upon those lived experiences and lessons. If you choose not listen to your inner voice, your inner hermit, you likely feel uneasy, as if something isn't quite right in your life. You may constantly seek external validation. There are many legends of the wise one retreating from society to gain clarity and proximity to the source or divine. I suggest the hermit is our inner wise one, the part of us that truly knows who we are. That's the invitation of the hermit. The answer is within you, but not the answer you think you're looking for. No amount of external seeking will reveal the answer to you, as the answer always has to, in some way, come back to the light and love of the universe that is within us, which will allow us to understand who we are and what we're meant to do in this life. Labradorite, like the hermit's lantern, illuminates darkness. By awakening your intuition and innate psychic abilities, Labradorite aids you in listening to your inner hermit, shining the light onto the wisdom that is always available to you. Allow Labradorite to sharpen your focus, to see yourself how you truly are, not how others see you or want to see you. Your wishes, dreams, and greatest aspirations for yourself can come true. Meditate with Labradorite not only to become clear on what those aspirations are, but also to send them out into the universe to dedicate yourself to their completion. Allow Labradorite to protect you on your soul journey while it uncovers hidden truths and brings subconscious wisdom to the surface. While you are on this spiritual path, Labradorite not only lights your way, activating your intuition and spiritual abilities, it also protects your energy so your personal revelations come from within yourself, not external influences. Now down here it has the affirmation, what to say to yourself as you're spending that time in solitude, and it says, I embrace solitude as my inner clarity, listening deeply to my inner voice, knowing that it is my greatest guide. And in a reading, we're doing a reading, yeah. Soul searching, inner guidance, and personal transformation. By taking that time to find that inner guidance, searching our souls, we will find the personal transformation ability to transform our lives for the better. Labradorite illuminates darkness. That is the last word on that card, or on that page for that card. And it only seems right as we move towards the future position to add the Labradorite to the card. All my pieces of Labradorite are massive, but how gorgeous. I mean, come on. Imagine this crystal as countertops in a kitchen or something. That's my dream. That's my absolute dream. It's so gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful crystals out there. I'm going to set that like that. And now we are going to move to the future, and I'll totally put the crystal down if I actually have a piece of it. So future position, let's see what it has to share. Also, future is not written. So if this future doesn't really seem all that positive, do not worry. It's not set in stone. It is the Knight of Cups, so not a negative card at all. Herkimer Diamond is that. And I believe when I learned about Herkimer Diamond, this is the crystal that helps achieve our dreams. And what does the Knight of Cups do? But listens to his heart and follows his dreams in everything that he does, following his heart to what makes it sing. Just like that cup right there. That cup has the potential, just like looking within and finding that power within, learning from the past and learning from our own lives can help us find what makes our heart sing moving forward. The Knight of Cups, following the Hermit here, shows by taking that time to learn from where we've been, we can start listening to our hearts and following them to where we want to be. The illustration here looks almost like a Wheel of Fortune in the background to me. So it's kind of obviously that's not the Wheel of Fortune, but it has that potential, that new idea, that that fresh look to follow our dreams and follow our hearts to what makes them sing in the future. The future, like I said, is never written. It's up to potential. It's up to possibility. Anything is possible when we take the time to learn from where we've been and let our hearts lead us in the future. We can create the lives that we truly love and enjoy. Creativity and creation itself, it's very much connected to all the Knights of the Tarot, because think of the sequence. Page, Knight, Queen, King, they all follow the 10 of the sequence. So it's 11, 12, 13, 14. 12 would be the number of the Knight here. 1 and 2 equals 3. Taking action, trusting our intuitions can help us create the lives that we truly love and enjoy. So the Knight of Cups in the future position doesn't tell us, this is what our future is going to be. It's telling us to listen to our hearts as we move towards that future, creating the one that we truly love and enjoy. That cup right there, that shows, taking the time to listen to our hearts, to find what makes them sing, so we can make our futures ones that we truly love and enjoy. The astrological correspondence to the Knight of Cups is Pisces, the first 2 decans of Pisces, as well as the last decan of Aquarius. Now that energy of Pisces, this is the last sign of the zodiac before we meet the season of Aries. It's the sign of the dreams. It's the sign of the subconscious, taking that time to learn from the past so we can trust our intuitions to lead us to where we want to be. If our hearts are in the right place, our emotions are filled with joy and happiness, then we can let love lead us in everything we can do. We can let that inner soldier lead us to creating the lives we truly love and enjoy. So following the energy of the Hermit right here, and the Labradorite energy, and finding that magic within, the future can be full of possibility, full of potential, and full of the things that we truly love and enjoy and we deserve for our lives to be. Now we're going to look through here and find the Knight of Cups. There we are. And here's what it says with the Herkimer Diamond energy. About 7 months before Amityville Apothecary opened, remember this is written by the author of this deck, Dinah Rosenberg and Amelia Drews. It says, I was in big trouble. I had been let go from my job the year before and had been floundering ever since. I was subsisting on freelance jobs and the meager savings my husband and I had. Something had to change, and change fast. I did a lot of soul searching, Hermit energy right there, and a lot of meditating on my front porch. I had a vision of what I wanted my next chapter to feel like, but had no idea what it looked like. Even though I had spent years meditating, or the past year meditating, reconnecting with crystals and exploring sound healing modalities, I didn't consider them a career path, but more of a diversion to keep my sanity. I loved how crystals made me feel, and I loved laying stones on friends and family. The feedback was fantastic. I conducted a crystal healing on a longtime friend of mine, and we connected over our shared love of metaphysical woo-woo. Turns out a short time later, a retail space opened up, and that friend and I opened Amityville Apothecary. Our dream was to take everything we loved, all the modalities, and brought us peace and supported our healing journeys, and put them in a store. We wanted a robust community of spiritual seekers of all paths. We wanted to teach, and we wanted to learn. We were on a mission to share everything that meant so much to us, not only the tools, but our stories and our friendship. It's only now, in meditating upon the question, who is the Knight of Cups, that I realized it was us that fall of 2018. That's weird, because that's exactly when I started following the path of tarot too. It was around 2018. Okay, the Knight of Cups has a relentless drive to bring their dream into reality. A calling is pressed upon the Knight's heart, and they are inspired to ride toward it. While the Knight of Cups proceeds at a gentle trot, it's because they're considering how each decision and action makes them feel. The Knight moves forward on vibes and intuition, not facts and figures. Regardless, they are deliberate and trust fully in the path set out before them. In a reading, the Knight of Cups suggests you are ready to take action on your dreams. Know your dreams are worthy of pursuit, and as long as you stay true to your higher calling and to intuitive wisdom, your dreams will come to fruition. You are being called upon to take action on something deeply meaningful and personal to you. People may scoff at you, just like they scoffed at our dream of selling rocks. Don't let anyone dim your dream or your light. What you are being led to create is important to both you and the universe. The Knight of Cups, paired with the Herkimer Diamond, is an unstoppable force of aligned purpose. Herkimer Diamond channels pure source energy, activating the third eye, the center of intuitive knowing, to ensure that every decision is guided by your highest calling. Like a cosmic battery pack, Herkimer Diamond provides energy, stamina, and clarity as you ride towards your dream. It clears energy blockages, ensuring nothing stands in your way. A master amplifier, Herkimer magnifies both intention and action, creating a bridge between your vision and manifested reality. Its high vibrational frequency lifts the Knight of Cups beyond any lingering self-doubt, dissolves fears, and strengthens resolve to drive their dream forward. As a crystal ally, Herkimer Diamond ensures that every step you take is divinely destined, aligned toward the destined path of your dreams. The affirmation down at the bottom, it states, I trust my dreams and I move towards them with clarity. An inner reading, this is inspired action, spiritual calling, and following your dreams. And it says down at the bottom in those big bold letters, Herkimer Diamond clears away all energy blockages. So, you take that time to learn from the experience of the past. You can trust yourself and make any dream you want come true. There is my little piece of Herkimer Diamond. It almost looks like citrine there in the video, but nope, that is my piece. It's going to go right there, and we're going to move right on to the advice position of this reading. That was a lot of advice, but it's not at the same time. It's telling you, this is the advice. Take that time in the here and now to learn from the experiences of the past. Spend that time in solitude. Meditate if you're able to, because I suck at meditating. I just can't really shut the voice up in my head. But anywho, when you take that time to learn from the experience of the past, then you absolutely will have the wisdom and the inner knowing, the strong intuition you need to make whatever dream you want come true. And we're going to move to the advice position now. It's this one this time that is calling to me. It's kind of like raised above everybody else, but there it is. Ooh, this is awesome. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you the crystal with this one because I do not own a piece of pink tourmaline. So that's something I have to, eventually invest in, I guess. But 9 of Cups, the wish card of the tarot. 9. There is that energy that contains the energy of all the numbers that have come before it. That shows all those cups, all the things that filled our hearts in the past, the things that didn't. All of it has something that can teach us, something we can work with, something we can utilize to make our futures whatever we want them to be. There is no magic genie. There is no fairy godmother. Just like those two women in that the guidebook that I just read for the Knight of Cups, they had a dream. They took that time. They let go of the negative emotions, let them fall away, and they made their dream a reality. They made this deck a reality because they took their dreams. They listened to their hearts. They found their purpose, what made their hearts sing, and they made their wishes come true. The 9 of Cups appearing in the advice position says you do have the power to make your wishes come true. When you believe in yourself and you find that confidence to, trust your intuition and make your life what you want it to be. Like the Knight of Cups, the 9 of Cups is also astrologically connected to Pisces. And at the time of making this video, it's so interesting because we just left Pisces season behind. It's time to take action on our dreams, actions on our wishes, and make our lives, what we want them to be. So listen to your heart. Make those wishes a reality because you've taken the time in solitude to learn the secrets of your soul and find what fills that cup and makes your heart sing. That 9 energy, spending that time getting to know yourself, learning from the experience of the past and the lessons of the past can help us make whatever wish, whatever dream we want come true. Now, here it is in the guidebook. It says, the 9 of Cups signifies a wonderful period of emotional contentment. It's found in those moments where you realize you are surrounded by community and love. Sometimes these represent big life moments like weddings or special family celebrations. If you're lucky, you catch the moment and attempt to burn it into your brain, perhaps taking photos to memorialize it. But if you're like most of us, you don't realize how good you had it until the moment passes. That's the hidden message of the 9 of Cups. While it's a signal you're in a beautiful and celebratory season, it's begging you to take it all in, as these moments in life are fleeting. Enjoy every moment. Invite all of your friends over, visit your family, and most importantly, count your blessings. Be aware that these seasons of contentment aren't necessarily the big moments. As Joni Mitchell sang, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. The trick is to train ourselves to recognize the beautiful moments while we're in the thick of them. Gratitude is a wonderful place to use as it trains us to focus on what's going right. So often our focus is on what's going wrong. Pink tourmaline opens and activates the heart. allowing us to recognize the joy and happiness around us and within us. Due to its mineral composition, it contains lithium, it relaxes us, allowing us to truly open our hearts to the present moment without the constant anxiety about what's coming next. This crystal creates a protective bubble of pink light around us, shielding us from the stress and distractions that pull us away from happiness. Our 21st century world of business and efficiency, coupled with the need to be constantly productive, impedes our ability to fully recognize the joy of the countless little moments that make up a fulfilling life. In the constant search for the meaning in the monumental moments that come only every once in a while, we miss out on the opportunities to lean into the joy. Pink tourmaline reminds us that true happiness isn't found in the rare, extraordinary events. It's built in the small, ordinary moments we choose to appreciate. Affirmation states, I no longer wait for happiness to arrive. I no longer wait for happiness to arrive. I choose to embrace the here and now, and it here and now. Emotional fulfillment, gratitude, and celebration is the energy this book states that the Nine of Cups is about. And this is an energy that I've never really thought about with the Nine of Cups, but it makes so much sense. Think of the law of attraction. The energy we put out into the world is the energy we receive back. So if your heart is filled with joy and happiness and you appreciate all the good you have in your life right here, right now, you can absolutely find even more happiness and joy waiting for you in the future. And that Knight of Cups there says you deserve that happiness and joy in the future. You deserve to follow your heart. You deserve to create the life that you love and enjoy. So by taking that time to learn from the experience of the past, shining a light on the darkness within and coming to love who you are today can help you make whatever wish, whatever you love come to fruition in the future. You and only you have the power to make your wishes come true. So appreciate you, appreciate that ability that you have, appreciate that love that you have in your life and all the good you have in your life, and more good is going to come to you. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. So much 9 energy here, and that 3 energy there with the Herkimer Diamond Knight of Cups, that's very much an energy there too of 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. So that energy there of all those creations of the past and everything we've learned, it can help us, create this earthly existence that we want. Bumblebee Jasper is the energy there with the 9 of Pentacles. Again, like the pink tourmaline. This is something that I should probably get at some point, especially once we learn the energy of that pink tourmaline. That would be awesome. It's very similar to the rose quartz, I believe, which I do have, but a little bit stronger too, taking away what we don't love and things like that, because tourmaline, takes away the negative energy. So pink tourmaline very much connects to that as well. But here we are with the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and the Nine of Pentacles is the card that we really want to see when we want to buy something for ourselves, because this is the card that says it's okay. You earned it. You worked hard for it. Go ahead and splurge on yourself. Appearing at the bottom of the deck, which might be the overall energy of this reading, or it might be something that we just didn't realize before, says, we are more than enough. Plus, see yourself where you want to be. As you take that time to listen to your heart, follow your heart, and make your wishes come true, having learned from the experience of the past, we can see in our mind's eye of what we want to succeed at, when we can become that successful individual in our lives. Bumblebee Jasper, we think of bumblebees and we think about what they enjoy and what they do. I'm more leaning towards like hermits, or not hermits, honeybees here, because they have a driven goal, they have an idea, and they work towards it. If we're willing to put forth the effort and the work and everything, just like a bumblebee does as he bumbles around and goes and sleeps in flowers and things like that and gains that stuff on his little legs as he pollinates here and there, whatever makes our heart sing, whatever we want to work towards, that hard work and effort that we put in can absolutely help us create that success that we truly love and enjoy, help us create the earthly lives that we deserve. The Nine of Pentacles, like the Hermit we began with, is astrologically connected to the second decan of Virgo. Virgo, like I said earlier, they are their own greatest enemies, but they're one of the signs that is the most capable of paying attention to those little details in order to find success with what they're working towards. So don't be so hard on yourself. Take that time to learn how awesome you are so that you can trust yourself and trust your heart to lead you to making your life one full of joy, happiness that you deserve, and make money at it at the same time to help you buy whatever you want, including this awesome tarot deck with new crystals, like I need to do with the pink tourmaline and the bumblebee jasper. But that energy of 9 there, it contains the energy, like I said, of all the numbers that have come before. So even the things that didn't work out the way we wanted can absolutely help us make things what we do want in life, help us make our lives what makes our hearts sing, and make it a fulfilling, enjoyable life that we deserve. So don't be your own worst enemy. Take that time in solitude in the here and now to decide where you want to go and what you want your life to be, because it's you, my friend, that has the potential to create whatever you want in this earthly existence. And the more we do what we love, the more the work that goes into it won't feel like work at all. I love that saying, like this. I hate waking up early in the morning. Can't stand it at all. I'm a night owl, so, sleep at past noon. I'm fine with that. But when it comes to this, when it comes to the tarot, you will find me at festivals all around the state of West Virginia, sometimes even out of the state, getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get there so I can set up and be ready to go when it starts, because this is what I love to do. Taking that time to learn from where we've been, finding what lights our inner fire so we can listen to our hearts and let them lead us, can help us as well, help you find what makes your heart sing and create the life that you once only wished about. This Nine of Pentacles appearing at the bottom of the deck shows that we can find success with what makes our heart sing when we take that time to learn what it is that makes our heart sing. Now here's what it shares in the guidebook for the Nine of Pentacles. When the Nine of Pentacles appears, take it as a sign that you are a master manifester. Yes, there are ups and downs, but your persistence has paid off. While you aren't at the finish line yet, celebrate your ability to create abundance. Don't be afraid to splurge a little. After all, you've worked so hard for all that you've created, a foundation of comfort and stability. As you have grit, determination, creativity, and self-discipline, you've created a life of stable independence. You don't need to rely on anyone else to ensure your needs are met. You are fully capable of creating the life you want and you deserve. Born from a volcano in Indonesia, Bumblebee Jasper isn't really a jasper at all, but calcite. We have a joke at the Amityville Apothecary. If we can't identify a crystal, we'll jokingly call it Jasper. And maybe that's what happened here. I actually do that too. However you care to refer to it, Bumblebee Jasper is a crystal of confidence, joy, strength, and optimism. Just like its namesake, it reminds you to happily buzz through life, charting your own course. It protects you from outside energy seeking to influence your decisions or direction, and provides the creativity and self-confidence necessary to manifest an abundant life. The affirmation it says is, I am independent, resilient, and deserving of the life I envision. Prosperity flows effortlessly to me, and I welcome it with gratitude. That is an affirmation we all could use in our lives, right? And in a reading, which is what we have here, obviously, is abundance, self-reliance, and success. So when we find what makes our heart sing, we take that power, appreciate what we already have, and take that knowledge and wisdom, trusting our intuitions, we absolutely can achieve our goals. Bumblebee Jasper brings confidence, joy, and strength. So find that confidence, find that joy, find that strength by taking that time to listen to our hearts, learning from the secrets of our past. That's the only major arcana card to appear for us. So it's taking that time in solitude in the here and now can help us follow our hearts and find that success that we deserve moving forward. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you want a reading with this deck or any of the ones in my collection, then feel free to comment on this video, message me on the socials, or book one directly from my website. All of that will be in the link below for your consideration. I'll put a link in the description below too, where you can purchase this deck for your own collection, because why wouldn't you? And if you're like me, then purchase more crystals because they're awesome. Again, thank you for watching. Set these aside. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in the next one.